seconds. Step back by Harden. Curry.
Are they going to call? Is there a travel here? Is there a travel here? Heck yeah, there's a travel there.
So walk to remember. Hey man, you gonna come down there and call that play? We gonna do this.
Look, even though they are highly trained and skilled, NBA players sometimes make boneheaded mistakes and are even guilty of traveling. It doesn't matter how many years they've been in the league, they still mess up from time to time. But some travels are worse than others, and some are just straight up hilarious. Here are some of the most outrageous travels from the NBA. Some of these are tough to spot, but check out this one from James Harden when he was playing with the Rockets.
Harden and Rubio. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Step back by Harden.
You see James stepping back. The problem with forcing James to his right is when he comes back to his left hand to shoot, he draws fouls very easily that way.
Yeah.
That was sort of a blink and you'll miss it travel. I mean, the refs sure missed it. Some travels are hard for refs to catch. However, this next one is so painfully obvious. Kendrick Perkins had to know what he was doing with this travel.
9. Let's go. 2-step. Do the 2-step. Do the 2-step. Do the 2-step. Do the 2-step.
You step with me, okay?
Do the 2-step. Oh, step to the side. Step to the side. Step.
Damn, Perkins. Pivot. Pivot. Don't step. Before we move along with more hilarious travels, do us a favor by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It only takes a second, and your support helps us bring you more content like this. So show us some love. Now let's get back to it. And before you ask, yes, even LeBron James has been guilty of some truly laughable travels during his continued and historic career, like this one.
Boy, Gary, they very seldom call this. Look, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, buddy, did you bring a passport with you?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then he acts like the refs made a bad call. Speaking of LeBron, when you have a 22-year career, you're bound to get caught traveling more than once. Even during the high-stakes games in the finals, James has moved without regard for the rules. A lot of times, he can get away with it, but it eventually catches up with King James.
I have the LeBron James of Space Jam. I have the LeBron James.
Okay, we'll stop ragging on LeBron for a second, but we have to talk about this one.
It turns out he's 100% Shaq. And look at this. Come on, Bron. I think that would love that. Come on, Bron. That's great.
No. There you go.
LeBron, you gotta be kidding me. This is what happens when you're considered the GOAT. Every single mistake you make is more embarrassing and criticized. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Travels are part of the game. Even the greatest shooter to ever do it, Steph Curry, is guilty of it. Hey, no one's perfect.
To the fourth. Curry.
Are they going to call travel? Comes around. On the dribble. Well, it's James Harden.
That's the Harden. I mean,
that's James
that's
Harden.
Every James Harden.
The same is true for Klay Thompson, who has one of the most shocking travels we have seen in some time.
That shot, he missed everything. Klay, little flyby, reload. His three. Off front iron.
That was pretty well defended. Good recovery.
What was that, Klay? 3-point attempt or a little tap dance? Moving on. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies is one of the most exciting young stars in the league, and the dude is lightning fast. It's sometimes hard to keep up with him because of his speed, but no amount of speed can hide this totally clear travel.
Goodwin tried to overplay Morant. Here is Morant. Crowd wanted to walk. He walked.
Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute.
And now, Kyle Kuzma of the Washington Wizards, who is usually a smooth offensive superstar, but sometimes Kuz simply takes too many steps.
I mean, that big game 6 days ago, and that's a travel.
Goodness, did he actually think he's going to get away with it? Look. Oh, my goodness. Look at the ref. Like, are you really going to call that? Like, your name's not LeBron, bro.
Kyle. Did you think the refs weren't looking or something? You love Dwyane Wade. I love Dwyane Wade, and the entire NBA loves Dwyane Wade. The dude's a legend and one of the best guards of all time. But even the best of the best have their bad moments. And no, we're not talking about his statue.
Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
We're talking about travels, remember?
He was hurt the last 2 years with the 2 knee operations and then started to blossom when he went out west.
Wright continues to defend Dwyane Wade.
And Wade dribbled it up.
Do you know what's crazier than an outrageous travel? Refs. Some of these are so obvious, but for some reason, refs turn a blind eye to them. Luka Dončić is one of the top young ballers in the game and could potentially snag MVP this year. This dude is on a mission, but even Luka Magic slips up sometimes, and he definitely took a few extra steps on this next one.
Luka to the cup for 49 points. He tried the old rip-through move.
They call it, and he did the right thing.
Just look at that smile. He knows he got away with it, but seriously, how did he not get a whistle for that? Even the fans in the nosebleed section could see that he traveled, and yet he just smiled and made his way down the court. Hey, good for him. He pulled a fast one on the refs and snagged a few points for his team. Now, you know who didn't get away with it? Kemba Walker, or should I say, Kemba walking too much.
His last name. Watch this, Kenny. Oh my God. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get it going.
Now, these next two clips are hilarious. Not because of the travel. I mean, those are funny. But because of the reaction of Jeremy Lin from the Toronto Raptors.
That was a double Euro step. I'm not going to lie. That was a double Euro step. You know Giannis can step with the best number.
Now, I have one question for you, Mr. Lin. Did you forget your absolutely ridiculous travel when you played for the Rockets? No? Well, neither did we.
Harden. Lin, open lane to the hole.
Lin calling out Giannis for traveling. Sit your traveling down, Lin. They call Bradley Beal the real deal because of how he can smoothly move all over the court. Well, most of the time. Sometimes Beal isn't nearly as smooth as he'd like to be.
14. Beal to the basket. Passes out on the sidelines.
Is there a travel here? Is there a travel here? Is there a travel here? Heck yeah, there's a travel there.
The announcer said it best. Is there a travel here? Is there a travel here? Is there a travel here? Yes. Yes, there is. This next one might be the funniest on this list. NBA Insider even placed it as their #1 for funniest travels. Listen to Shaq laughing at this clip.
Number 1, Russel Westbrook. This sure was a walk to remember. Hey, man, you gonna come down there and call that play? We gonna do this. What I do? I don't know what I did. I know I'm doing what I did. Oh, man. That's hilarious.
Thank you, Russ, for giving us one of the most hilarious, absurd travels of all time. This one is from Dallas Mavericks legend Dirk Nowitzki. Check out this impressive footwork.
Or was this hopscotch?
Oh, wow. He didn't think he was going to get
got 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Hey.
Not quite sure what Dirk was doing here. It was a mix between walking and skipping, and, well, it was something. We could keep going all day. The NBA is just filled with these sorts of wild moments. But we'll leave you with one more gem from Carmelo Anthony. Sure, the defense on Anthony was strong, but that was no excuse for this mistake.
Anthony with a nice defensive play. Fires up the 3.
Anthony traveled, got away with it.
He did travel.
There you have it, a handful of truly wild and outrageous travels that came from some of the best players to ever suit up in the NBA. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more crazy moments from the court. Until then, we'll see you next time.